Hello guys, this is Telecom. Welcome to Learning Ladder of C language. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss about functions, how we can use and return type to the function, how we can return a value through the function. I hope everyone has a view of a previous tutorial. In the previous tutorial, I explained what are the types of functions existed in C language, what is the syntax that we have to use to declare and use a different function, and what are the steps that we have to follow to use and use a different function in C language. Here I am written a small program by using a character return type function in C language. First, let me compile this program. We are getting an output function. Now let me explain the internal flow. As I previously said, before we are using a function in C language, first we have to declare a function. So here I'm using a character char space and function name. Here the char says that return type. So when compiler encodes that character char m function in the sense, then compiler will realize that the function is going to return a character value. So then in the main function I'm using an m, this known as a function call. So here I'm calling a function name m. So here I am declaring a function definition by using a return type char and the function name m. Inside the block I am returning a statement that we have to execute when the function call is occurred in C language. So in the first statement I am using the printf. Inside this printf I use to print a function in the output screen. So then I am returning a character value a. So for this reason, while we are executing, we are getting function in the output screen. For your understanding purpose, whether this function is returning a character value or not, let me do a small modulation in this program. Yeah, here I return a small modulation to the program. Here, instead of calling the function directly, I use a printf statement to print a return value from the function. As I previously known that it's going to return a character value. So for this reason, I declare a printf statement with a character format. First, let me compile this program. Yeah, we are getting function and a as a return value from this function. So this is how the function is going to return the value. Now let's see with example with a return type as an integer value. To say a compiler that I am going to return an integer value, we have to use int keyword. So to return an integer, we are not required to use a single quotation. For returning a character value, we are in the position to use a single quotation. First, let's compile this program. Yes, we are getting nothing in the program. So let me change to 1. Let me change this printf statement. Format as D. Now let's compile this program. We are getting 1 in the output screen. This is why because this function call returns a value from as 1. Now let me show you a function return type with float. And I'm going to return a value 1.2. Format as float. Now let's compile this. Yeah, I'm getting 1.200. As I previously said, for float the precision value is 6. So for this reason, after the point we are going to get 6 digits output. Now let me show you. With the double return type. Here I am declare a return type as double and the function definition also I return as return type as double. Now let's compile this program. Yeah, we are getting a return type as 1.2 the output. Now let me discuss a function with the parameterized functions. To declare a parameters to the function, we have to use parameters inside these braces. Let me show you an example with parameterized function. Here I am written a small program by using the parameterized user defined function. before a main function and declaring a function that the function name return type with void and function name is inside the parameter curly braces and declare a int comma int. This int comma int says that it is an integer parameterized function that we are going to use in the program. So what are the data types that we are used as a parameter? We have to specify in the function declaration itself. If suppose we are using a two integer values, then we have to use int comma int. If suppose I'm using three integer values, then we have to use int comma int. So this how many data types or how many variable or how many values that we are going to pass through this parameter should be declared before a main function by using that data types. Here it is not required to specify a variable name before a main function. So in the main function and declare a variable and b variable the constant values as 10 and 20. Then I'm calling an m1 method. Inside this m1 method I'm passing this a value and b value. So after passing this while this m1 method is called, directly C compiler goes to this m1 definition function definition. Inside this function definition I am accessing these values with int a and int b. Here the value that is passed by this function call will be stored with a, and the value that is passed by function call b the b. So while compiling this program, we are getting function in the output. To know whether the value that we are passed was accepted by this function definition, I am going to do a small modulation in this program. I did a modulation that inside this function definition, instead of printing a function in the output screen, I am going to print a value of c by the adding the value that we get by this a and b variables. First, let's compile this program. Yes, we are getting 30 in the output screen. This is why because we are passing the value of 10 and 20 through the function call. So this 10 and 20 is taken by this a and b variable with and then this a and b is added and stored in the c variable. So for this reason we are getting output as 30. So that's about how we can use and return type to the function and how to declare a parameterized function in the C program branch. In the next tutorial we will discuss in deep about this parameterized functions. So there are two types of parameterized functions. One is called by value and called by reference. In the next tutorial we will discuss in deep about that. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to get alert for the next tutorial.